Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're going to be talking about one of the most incredible creatures on this planet,
I agree.
the Indian rhinoceros. You guys have been requesting this one for a while.
Definitely a fan favorite.
And honestly, I've been looking forward to it too, getting into all the details, learning more about them.
Absolutely.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
So today, we're going deep. We've got some great research lined up from various wildlife conservation organizations, scientific journals.
Oh, and some firsthand accounts from people who work with them directly.
Right. That's going to be fascinating.
It is. Those are always my favorite.
Yeah, so the Indian rhino,
The Indian rhino.
it's also known as the greater one-horned rhinoceros,
Right.
which I think is kind of a more descriptive name, right?
Oh, for sure. It really highlights what makes them so unique.
Exactly. It's all about that horn.
Yep, that single prominent horn is their most recognizable feature.
And unfortunately, it's also their biggest problem.
Sadly, yes.
Because it's so highly valued, right? In some cultures, like traditional Chinese medicine.
That's right. It's believed to have all sorts of medicinal properties, although there's no scientific evidence to support that.
Right. And it's actually made of
Keratin.
keratin, the same stuff as our fingernails and hair.
Yep. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd think it'd be bone or something.
You would, but nope, just keratin.
But I guess that's what makes them so vulnerable to poaching.
Exactly. It's easier to get to than, say, elephant ivory.
Right, so these incredible animals, these gentle giants,
Hmm.
are in danger because someone thinks their fingernails have magical powers.
It's a sad reality, but that's the world we live in.
It is, and it makes their size even more impressive to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like they could be up to
2,700 kilograms?
2,700 kilograms.
That's about the weight of a small car.
Wow, that's a big animal.
They are, and almost 2 meters tall at the shoulder, too.
So they're like these massive herbivores, just walking around with a target on their backs.
Pretty much.
It's kind of heartbreaking. It is.
But let's talk about them, beyond the threats they face.
Okay, yeah,
Let's get into their world a little bit.
their world.
What's their habitat like? What do they eat? What's their daily routine like?
All right, so picture this.
Okay.
You're in the grasslands and savannas of India, or maybe the floodplains.
Yeah, okay.
The air is warm, the sun is shining,
Sounds nice.
and there, in the distance, you see a lone Indian rhino.
Just chilling.
Well, more like munching on grass and leaves.
They're herbivores, right?
Absolutely. They love grasses, leaves, sometimes even aquatic plants.
Aquatic plants.
Yeah, they're pretty good swimmers, actually.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're generally solitary creatures, except for mothers with their calves, of course.
Or those adorable little babies.
Oh, they are so cute, and they love to wallow in mud.
Who doesn't love a good mud bath?
Right. But for them, it's more than just fun. It helps them regulate their body temperature.
Oh, like a natural air conditioner.
Exactly. And it also protects them from insects. That's smart. So those mud baths are essential.
Absolutely crucial.
So we've got these huge solitary herbivores living in these beautiful, diverse habitats, taking mud baths.
Yeah, that's the Indian rhino in a nutshell.
But unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Sadly, no.
They're listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List.
That's right. Which means they face a high risk of extinction in the wild.
And that's mainly due to human activities, right?
Yeah, habitat loss is a major issue.
Like agriculture and infrastructure development.
Exactly. We're encroaching on their space.
And of course, there's still the poaching threat.
Despite all the efforts to stop it, it's still a problem.
So what are we doing to protect them? What are the conservation efforts like?
Well, there's a lot going on, which is encouraging.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so one really cool program uses sniffer dogs.
Sniffer dogs.
Yeah. They're trained to detect rhino horn at checkpoints like airports and border crossings.
Wow, so it's like a canine unit specifically for rhinos.
Pretty much. And they've been super effective, leading to tons of arrests and seizures.
That's amazing. So we're hitting the poachers where it hurts.
Exactly. But we also need to protect their habitat, which is where national parks and wildlife sanctuaries come in.
Right, those safe havens.
Exactly. They provide protected areas where rhinos can thrive.
But isn't it hard to manage those areas?
It can be, but it's crucial, and involving local communities is key.
Oh, right. So it's not just about fences and guards.
Nope. It's about education and awareness.
Getting people to care about the rhino.
Exactly. Empowering them to become stewards of the land and the animals.
That's so important.
It is. And then there's translocation.
Ah, yes. Moving rhinos to safer areas.
Yep. It's a delicate process, but it's been really successful in boosting population numbers.
So we've got sniffer dogs, protected areas, community engagement, and translocation.
It's a multi-pronged approach.
And it seems to be working, right?
It is. Recent estimates suggest there are around 3,700 Indian rhinos in the wild now.
Wow, that's a significant increase.
Definitely. It's a testament to the hard work of everyone involved.
It's amazing what we can achieve when we work together.
Absolutely.
So, to all you listeners out there who wanted to learn more about the Indian rhino, I hope this deep dive has given you a better understanding of these amazing creatures.
Me too.
We've covered their incredible features, the threats they face, and the inspiring efforts being made to protect them.
It's a story of resilience and hope.
It really is. And it leaves us with the question,
Oh,
what role can we play in ensuring their future?
that's a good question.
It is, and it's one we should all be asking ourselves.
I agree.
Their survival depends on us, on our choices and actions.
We have a responsibility to protect these magnificent creatures.
We do, for their sake and for the sake of the planet.
Absolutely. Biodiversity is key to a healthy ecosystem.
And the Indian rhino is an integral part of that biodiversity.
So what will you do to help?
That's the question we all need to answer.
Let's make a difference together.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
Until next time.
See you then.